sakasakaling nagpositibo ka sa swab test nung pre-departure mula po dyan sa bansa kung saan ka manggagaling pauwi ng Pilipinas, ang tanong, maaari ka pa bang makapasok sa Pilipinas? Alamin po ang sagot dito sa video ito. Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat mga kabayan at kaibigan. Ako po si Jamey Iris ng Jamey Iris TALK TV, kung saan tayo po ay mag-uusap, tatalakay at magchat-chat po regarding the latest travel protocol at sagutin din po ang ilang mga katanungang meron kayo regarding po sa paglalakbay pabalik sa Pilipinas. By the way po, ito ay isang portion or episode po natin kung saan sasagutin po natin yung isa sa mga frequently asked questions na isinulat nyo po sa ating comment box. By the way po, kung nga po pala ay nagagalak na makasama kayo if this is your first time to actually visit us in this channel. So welcome po, and I'm inviting you to please subscribe to my channel. At welcome din po sa ating mga subscribers. So sagutin na po natin itong katanungan na ito. So ang tanong po nila is, Ms. Jamey, ako po ay nagkaroon ng COVID. Nag-positive po ako doon sa pre-departure swab test na ginawa sa akin na dapat po sana ay lilipad na po ako sa Pilipinas. Ang tanong ko po ay, ngayong pagaling na po ako, pwede na po ba akong umuwi ng Pilipinas? So sagutin po natin yan. Kasi you might be in different stages wherein nagkaroon ka ng COVID, maaring kakakuha mo lang ng resulta kanina or kahapon, maaari naman yung iba sa inyo nasa gitna na kayo, o yung iba pagaling na kayo. So ang tanong, gusto nyo pa rin syempre, di ba, umuwi ng Pilipinas, maaari ba akong makauwi sa Pilipinas? So yan pong sasagutin natin sa ating videong ito. So tingnan po muna natin yung mga protocols so that at least maibabase natin po dito ito. International arriving Filipino passengers who have recently recovered from COVID-19 but still tested positive in the required pre-departure RT-PCR may be allowed to enter the Philippines. So what are the conditions therefore if you will be allowed to enter the Philippines? So the question is, even if I got positive, Ms. Jamey, can I enter the Philippines? So from what we have read, yes, you can. However, the question is when. So unang-una po, kung sakasakali kayo ay nagpositibo sa inyong swab test, hindi po kayo agad pwede pang lumipad. Kailangan nyo po munang magpagaling bago po kayo umuwi sa Pilipinas. Now, ano pa po yung ibang kondisyon? Tingnan po natin. Sinabi po ng IATF mula sa resolution number 158 na ang mga arriving Filipinos po ay maaring mapapasok po dito sa ating bansang Pilipinas only if, okay, you present the following in lieu of the negative pre-departure RT-PCR test. Unang-una po, yung recent. So, ibig sabihin po kasi ganito ang mangyayari. Unang-una po, nagpa-pre-departure po kayo, di ba? Swab test, nag-positive kayo. So, pagkatapos nun, papagaling kayo. Pagkatapos yung gumaling, ito po yung sinasabi dito. Yung positive RT-PCR test taken within 48 hours prior to the date and departure from your country or port of origin. So, kailangan magpa-swab test kayo second time po at looking forward po negative na ang resulta. Kung sakasakali po na positive pa rin po siya, ipakita nyo lang po yung proof katulad po ng sinabi dito, yung positive RT-PCR test taken within 48 hours. A possibility po kasi dahil nagka-COVID kayo, may remnant pa ng COVID na natira sa katawan ninyo. Pero, pangalawa, kung kayo naman po ay makakapag-present ng medical certificate issued by a licensed physician na talaga naman po na magaling na kayo, dineclare na kayo na you are a traveler that completed the mandatory isolation period and you're no longer infectious and has been allowed to do free movement, especially or to travel, then therefore, ipipresent nyo lang po yun. Dapat in writing po yan ha. And then last but not the least is yung unang-unang resulta po ninyo noong nag-positive kayo, kailangan din nyo pong ipakita para mako-compare po nila na talagang nag-positive na kayo noon pa. Yung unang date na yun na it might have been taken 10 days but not later than 30 days prior to the date or time of departure from the country or port of your origin. So yan po yung mga dokumento na hihingin po nila sa inyo nang sa gayon ay makauwi po kayo dito sa Pilipinas. So everyone, before we move forward to the next one, a clarification for all the listeners. So it means that for this, under IATF resolution number 158, so these are for Filipinos. Again, you may be allowed to enter the country if you present the following in lieu of a negative pre-departure RT-PCR test. In case you have nagkaroon kayo ng COVID, dati, nung unang pre-departure po ninyong swab test, nag-positive kayo, tapos nagpagaling kayo, and then after that, nagpa-swab test na naman kayo, at nag-comply ko so within 48 hours na swab test, at nung lumabas ang resulta, ay nag-positive muli po kayo. Then, itong IATF na provision na ito na ating diniscuss po ngayon, this will be applicable in that situation. Now, for the next topic, may question naman ng isa pa nating subscriber. From Agnes Ramos, she said, "Hello, Miss Jamey. How about those fully vaccinated former Filipinos who recently recovered from COVID? Can they enter the Philippines with their medical certification from their doctor?" Okay, so Agnes, this is what will happen. Now, the provision that I explained earlier are for Filipinos. So sa kanila, nagka-COVID, okay? Nagka-COVID, tapos katulad nung nasabi ko, nakuha nila yung resulta from the pre-departure swab test, and then nagpagaling sila, tapos nung nagpa-swab test again sila, nag-positive pa rin, may remnants pa rin siya ng COVID. So, at that point in time, mga Filipinos inaalaw. How about former Filipinos? So, for former Filipinos, you will still be allowed as well. However, ganito naman, wala kasing same provision as the one that was mentioned in IATF 158 for former Filipinos. So what will happen and what you should follow is this. So, if for example, so this is what you will be doing. So if, for example, any former Filipinos had just recently had COVID, I'm not sure if your question is if that former Filipino, when he had or she had what we call the first pre-departure swab test, were tested positive. So again, anyone who had COVID definitely should be recovered or should recover. So no one can actually fly to the Philippines. Some of you have asked me, Jamey, pag nag-positive pa, pwede ba kaming lumipad agad sa Pilipinas? Hindi pa. Kasi kailangan yung makuha yung clearance that you're fully recovered. Now, so for former Filipinos, once you fully recovered, Agnes, what you just said, the medical certification, that will be quite great. Just make sure that at least any former Filipino has that in. You have to comply with the within 48 hours swab testing requirement. So it means that you have to present a negative RT-PCR test taken within 48 hours before your departure to the Philippines. So again, if you got that negative RT-PCR test result, even if someone had COVID before, so he or she can definitely fly back to the Philippines. But again, you have to have that negative RT-PCR test result taken within 48 hours before your flight. Now, something that can come in handy or ibaon mo lang in case na, alam mo yon, hanapan, at least you have that, what we call the medical certification from the doctor, just for reference naman. Pero since negative na naman, yung resulta sa swab testing, I think that will be quite okay. But again, it's good to at least have that reference handy with you. At yes, kapag may negative RT-PCR test result, makakawi ang former Filipinos sa Pilipinas. So looking forward everyone na nakatulong ito sa inyo at you find this video very informative and helpful. So yan po mga kabayan, great news, makakauwi pa rin po kayo basta kompletuhin nyo lang po yung mga dokumentong yon at looking forward naman po sana yung second swab test ninyo hindi na mag-positive. So yun po mga kaibigan at kabayan ang sagot sa inyong katanungan. Looking forward na nakatulong ito sa inyo at nabigyan po kayo ng peace of mind. If this video had helped you, please click like and at the same time, I'm inviting you to please subscribe to my channel. This is Jamey Iris TALK TV, simply saying, saan man po tayong dako ng mundo, taas na opo, tayo'y mga Filipino. God bless you, stay safe and stay healthy.